Over the weekend, John Rothstein presented the world with some Illinois injury updates, specifically on Andrej Stojakovic. And I thought I would just search Andrej Stojakovic and see this from Rothstein, but there's more recent updates that have popped up that have been confirmed. So let me scroll down and find the Rothstein tweet. Here we have it. Rothstein said over the weekend, Illinois' Andrej Stojakovic knee is expected to be back on the court and fully cleared for all basketball-related activities in a few weeks, per Brad Underwood. There was our first, granular, pointed update on where Andrej's injury sits. He'll be back in a couple weeks. Well, Jeremy Werner, 24/7, confirmed this report this morning and added a little bit of context. This is what Werner just tweeted 15 minutes ago. Illini coach Brad Underwood said Andrej Stojakovic is out another couple weeks with a knee injury. Asked if he'd be ready for the season, Underwood said he hopes so. Further down, Werner adds a Ty Rodgers injury update. This is an Andre video, but Ty Rodgers, who was rumored to have suffered maybe a career-ending injury, maybe some positive news on that one. Rodgers is not close to returning, but starting to lightly work out. Underwood wouldn't rule him out for the season, but wouldn't say he would play either. If he's not ruled out for the season, in the Ty Rodgers injury case, that's a win, because everybody expected he was automatically out for the season when he suffered that gruesome injury earlier this summer. So maybe some minor positive buzz with Ty. On the Andrej Stojakovic front, going to miss a few more weeks, but then should be back. That's what Rothstein said. Going to miss a few more weeks, but I hope he's back, is what Brad Underwood told Jeremy Werner. How ominous is this to you? Does that feel like a good update or a bad update or neither for Andre?
Um, I mean, I trust Rothstein with my life, so I feel like that's a good update. The Underwood one is very ominous, and I mean, is he saying he hopes he's back for the season, or does he hope he's back for like what Rothstein's discussing? Like, what is he hoping in terms of Andre being back? But I've said this a lot, and I know not everyone agrees with this. I think Andre is Illinois' most important player because when I look at the roster, he's the guy that can go get his own bucket at will, and they need that, right? Like Big Z, or excuse me, Big T is phenomenal. He's probably the best player. Petrovic is probably the most polished player, but Andre is the one where you can give him the ball, get out the way, and he goes to get a bucket, and every team needs that. So I don't know where they go without Andre, but it's a very ominous update because we're getting two kind of different stories.
Yeah. So I would have said this is a great update prior to yeah, I hope he's back for the season. Now, look, I didn't see the video of this. I'm sure Werner talked directly to Brad, and we just got kind of a paraphrased tweet from it. So shout out to Werner on it, obviously. But yeah, not giving me the warm and fuzzies, man. I don't know. What do you like? Stepping back broadly and looking at this summer for Illinois, it's been a series of successive reasons your team's not at full strength, and it still is. And it's not all the staff's fault, but like obviously the Andrej Stojakovic injury, no one could have planned for that. But some of the hoops you have to jump through to get international players here open the door for a very clunky, dysfunctional, we're never at full strength off-season summer months of preparation. And like it or not, that's been what's happened. They didn't have Mirkovic. They didn't have Petrovic. They were, I mean, we heard from behind the scenes sources I trust that told me personally, yeah, they're scratching through practice with 9 guys right now. It's hard to even simulate anything because they just don't have the players needed. Like, that was the entire summer. The entire summer. And then those guys show up, and it's like, okay, trial by fire. We can finally play at full strength. And then Andre immediately gets hurt. So, like, look, practice starts today, right? Practice starts today. At minimum, even if you're taking this update positively, Stoyakovich is missing 2 more weeks of practice. Like, this stuff really matters. They essentially haven't been at full strength once this entire offseason. And we're supposed to just flip a switch in November. Maybe they'll have a month of being at full strength where it'll feel good and they'll be ready. I don't know. It's going to be tough on Brad to figure that out. But like it or not, they've had 3 months less of cohesive togetherness time on the court than any other program in the country has this summer. And it's not hard for me to envision if things go wrong, what is the reasoning going to be? Well, this summer we were never together. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault with Andre. But God, I would not feel good about this because, like, it would have been very easy if Rothstein's update is correct. Like, yeah, he's going to be fully cleared in 2 weeks. That's basically the Rothstein update. If that's accurate, and Brad Underwood is asked, will he be back for the season? Yeah. Yes. That's what you say. And instead, Brad said, yeah, I hope. That's not yes. Like, I don't feel like I'm semanticsing that to death to be concerned on what Brad Underwood gave today.
Yeah, I mean, it's concerning, like you said, because they haven't been at full strength yet. Like I caution Illinois fans. Let me look at their schedule really quickly just before I say this, but like I feel like they are going to struggle in the beginning in non-con. I mean, they open up with Jackson State, Florida Gulf Coast, and then they go Tech, Colgate, Alabama. That's a tough little 5 game stretch for a team that hasn't really practiced, right? Like you have to go up against JT Toppin, you have to go up against Nate Oates' Bama. Jackson State, isn't good, but Mo Williams is doing some things down there. Like I will be betting Jackson State to cover the spread against Illinois. I'm in no way, shape, or form saying Illinois will lose that game, but you have to assume they're going to come in 30 plus point favorites. Um, they haven't like been able to practice. Like it's going to look clunky at first. They're gonna have to like buy some time to get it together. NBA teams can't flip a switch typically. I feel like it's going to be hard for a college team to flip a switch, but at the same time, I do really love this roster. It's really hard for me not to like believe in them, to be honest with you, and it's really hard for me to like take away from what's on paper, even though they haven't. Have they had like a practice together once at full strength? I don't think they have.
I I think once those guys got there before Andre got hurt, I think they had at least a little bit of overlap, but there were, if I'm remembering this correctly, I'm obviously not an expert on this. I feel like the set number of hours you could work with the main members of the team were already done. So they were doing a lot of individual stuff with Petro and Merck while the rest of the team couldn't participate. And while all that's going on, you're without Ty. So, like, even if they get to quote unquote full strength, they're not with Ty, who was built in to be a part of this roster. So, look, this is us just beating a dead horse on like injuries are bad. Obviously, injuries are bad. I feel bad for Illinois. But I guess what I would just say is we might have to work through some cautionary periods with Illinois early in the season. I think they're going to feel the effect of all of these moving parts in and out more so than just snap your fingers, we're all together. And I think the sell of the retention of this team was that you wouldn't feel that. It's going to feel like a lot of the same pieces from last year. Now, Boswell, Ivisic, and Humrickhouse have been here. Those guys will be on the court together, and it won't feel all that different. But there's a lot of moving parts around them that just have not been together this summer. So I'm going to try and I know this sounds against my entire nature. I'm going to try and preach patience with Illinois in November because I think you give this team a month. By month two, they're going to feel a lot more cohesive than they will in month one. And if they come out playing great in November, you just tip your cap and applaud Brad Underwood.
Yeah, if they come out playing great in November, like it's a testament to their talent. It's a testament to Brad Underwood, and I think that would make them a very, very scary team going into like February, March, if they're able to play well in November. But if they aren't, if I'm an Illinois fan, I would just like you said, practice patience. This team really hasn't been together at all. Because it's a lot of new players at that, right? So it's not like I mean they do have the retention, but the large portion of their rotation is new on top of new and injured or new and without like a visa to come practice. So there's a lot of ifs that come with it, and I'll just practice patience.
Yep. We'll see. How patient can I be? That is the question.